guys, welcome to my channel. I'm really excited about this. I actually have like a lot of big plans and pretty big exciting announcements that I'm going to start making on this channel. So please subscribe so you can kind of follow along, especially if you like this video. There's going to be a lot more kind of like this and I think that you'll like it. So I'm just going to get right into it. I just wanted to share a video that I think kind of appeals to all different audiences, and it's tips for saving money. I kind of have found that I have a shopping problem sometimes, and so kind of to equal out the bad habits I have developed some really good habits as far as saving money when I do my shopping. Okay, the number one thing I recommend if you are trying to maybe budget yourself a little better or you're just wanting to save money in general is creating lists. There's several reasons why I recommend that you have lists. First of all, it can be as general as a grocery shopping list, and the reason I think that that is so important is because when I go into the grocery store hungry or craving or just anything where I am not very well planned out, I tend to buy things that I wouldn't normally buy if they were on my list. So I make a grocery list and I stick to that list. I stick to it pretty strictly, and that's because if I walk in there and I buy something that wasn't on the list, chances are I really don't need it. It just looked good and I probably won't be happy that I bought it in the long run. And the little things add up big time. So if I stick to my list, I save a lot of money and I only buy the things that my family actually needs. But the lists don't end there. I am a list person, but I recommend everyone try, figuring out what kind of lists work for you. I also have lists of things that I need and things that I want. And the reason I do that is so I can have priorities. Now I find that priorities are very important so we don't make spontaneous purchases. We don't feel buyer's remorse when we have to make big purchases because we've been planning on them for a while. For example, sometimes there's a new lip color that I really want, and so I put that on my list. But also on my list, there's something that my family really needs, like a mattress. And so when I kind of prioritize them, I realized even though the mattress is a lot more expensive, it's much more important to me than this lipstick. So if I save the money on the lipstick, I'm that much closer to getting my mattress. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. And I recommend maybe you keep those lists. And sometimes on my list, I go back and I look and I realize that I didn't want that thing that I had on my list. So I keep lists and I keep them for a while so that I know when I make the purchase that I'm prepared for it. The second thing that I recommend is such an easy thing, and it's using rebate apps or money back apps or tools that you download onto your browsers on your computer. For example, Ebates is one of them. There's a lot actually that you can choose from. One that I really love is called Honey, and I really love that because it recommends all the different coupon codes for whatever website you are shopping on online. So let's say you're shopping on Urban Outfitters, it will show you any coupon that is available for that time. And sometimes they don't always work, sometimes there's not always a coupon code, but when there is, I feel great saving money that way. If I'm making a purchase, I love knowing that I found the best deal on it. I will actually leave a link to Honey below so you can find it. It's kind of new, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's been around for a while, but I really like it. My third tip is possibly the easiest and the most difficult, I guess, depending on your point of view. My third tip is to wait 24 hours before you make a purchase. And so I'm talking mostly like online, like when you're kind of doing late night shopping, you're out of boredom or things like that, or maybe even a planned purchase, like let's say you're a car shopping. If you go and you find a car, sleep on it. Don't make that big decision right away because you feel like you need to. And the same thing goes for your online purchases. A lot of times I get on there and I find all this great stuff that I think I'm in love with and I can't wait to put in that confirm purchase, confirm order, whatever, and I can't wait. But I found that if I just, give myself 24 hours, a lot of times, guess what? I forgot about the whole purchase. That must mean I didn't really need it or I didn't love it as much as I thought I did. And after 24 hours, if I still did, then great, like go ahead, go for it, treat yourself, A lot of times when I find I make spontaneous purchases that quickly, it's more of an emotional shopping trip than something that's necessary. And in my life, I'm really just trying to cut down to things that I find necessary. But I do find things enjoyable also. My fourth and final point is to adopt a more minimalistic mindset. And I know that's kind of like hip right now, or it's just really trending, but I really recommend you kind of consider, is this something that's good for you, something good for your lifestyle? And I can promise to you that it is something that I've kind of always in the back of my head had going on, but once I kind of brought it to attention, it has changed my life dramatically. It has increased my happiness, decreased my stress levels, and saved me a lot of money, to be honest. By thinking more minimalistically, I find that I don't purchase things that I feel like they're gonna make me happy if I have this, or if only I could have this. Does that make sense? I find that I focus my happiness on my children, or on my husband, or on myself, the things that I'm accomplishing, that those are the things that bring me happiness, as opposed to, you know, a lot of times in my past it was finding a great shirt or an amazing fitting pair of jeans. And while I still enjoy those things, don't get me wrong, I just find that my priorities are different, and I attribute that to just kind of changing my mind about what I need and what I want and what kind of things I purchase. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I would love if you leave comments below on things that you do to save money, because trust me, I'm always looking to save money. I think that everyone is. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time on my channel.